Welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that. I'm Joe.
And I'm Calvin.
And welcome back to We Like That podcast.
So we like that.
Okay, you want to jump right into That Happened?
That happened with Joe.
Okay. Interesting song. All right. So, Soul Faces Media, I'm looking at their older stuff. They've got a Top Jermaine Dupri Productions series.
Sure.
Sure, you want to try it? You said, I guess. Okay, hold on.
Let's go.
Part one. Let's go.
Oh. Interruption.
Tonight, please, my whole crew makes G's. Tonight's the night, baby, so blow up on knees. If you wanna leave the one I'm with, start a new relationship, choose what you do.
You have to talk to me.
Okay. So, first one up was Crisscross Jump out of 92. And then that was followed by Escape, just kicking it out of 93. Jermaine's been doing this before 92 though, right?
Yeah, he's been doing it since the 90s.
The Brat Functified out of 94. And we got Crisscross Warm It Up out of 92. We got Mariah Carey Always Be My Baby, my absolute favorite, 1996. And then we also have Escape, Understanding out of 94. The Brat, Give It To You, 1995. And that is followed by Escape, Who Can I Run To? Also 95. Crisscross, Tonight's the Night, 1995. I didn't realize they had a career that lasted this long. Usher, You Make Me Wanna, 1997. And that's it for part one. Which one do you think is the biggest hit?
Jump.
Not Usher?
It's probably You Always Be My Baby.
Oh, really? You think it's Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or She Make Me Wanna.
You don't think Brat's in there?
No.
They're all hits. They all
No.
earned him hits.
No. What?
I was waiting for you to follow up on your no.
No, I don't think the Brat's in there. She might be fifth or sixth.
Uh-huh.
It's a bunch of songs before any one of hers.
Interesting. I wonder what happened to Jermaine Dupri.
What do you mean, what happened to him?
The presence he had in the 90s into the 2000s, even into like the 2010s. Like, he doesn't really... Like he's got his legendary status.
He's still making beats and making music.
I guess maybe because I'm not following music like that. But I just feel like he doesn't have the same powerhouse of hits as he did before.
Time moves on.
Okay.
Some people like to actually put out good music.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're saying everything he put out, there were no bad ones. All good.
Everything he put out was better than what we have now.
But you just said he's still doing it. So he's putting out what's now.
Yeah.
Which means he's putting out garbage.
No. Could be he takes longer to do projects.
Okay.
Could be he be doing other avenue of things. He still make beats. I don't think I can say the same thing about Timbaland. You can say the same thing for Pharrell. The only reason Pharrell is still relevant is because he does a lot of pop stuff.
Is he still doing stuff?
And he just did the Clips album. So Yeah, you can say that about everybody.
Is he still doing stuff?
Yes. All of them are still doing stuff.
I feel like they're like they'd be like you telling me Jay-Z's still working on music. And I'm like,
He probably
he?
is. He probably is.
is he?
Probably.
Mm.
Those people can take as much time as they want to do music. Like Nas. Nas probably takes 2-3 years. Dr. Dre takes forever to do music. Those people want to put out good products. So, and they have the cachet and the money to do so. So
it's just them taking their
still,
time.
Yeah, he's still probably doing things. Anthony Hamilton, he's probably doing a lot of projects. Who knows? I don't know what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. It used to be that we did. You know what I mean? Like it stayed relevant.
Because they were trying to get to a certain place. They got to that place. Now it's totally different.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
They do what they want to do.
So that was that. Moving on. There is a current internet discussion I wanted to get your opinion on. There's a whole discussion about the dating scene right now and who men in particular are dating for. There was a content creator that went and posted his little video online, and he was talking about how, like, basically he went through like a body transformation. He used to be a bigger set guy. He started doing clean eating. He started going to the gym a lot more. And he started posting his transition pictures thinking that it was going to entice women. Like women were going to start to see his physique. Because I don't want to say he's done, but he's drastically different from where he started at now.
Women don't care.
Okay. So he was recently upset because he found out most of the people hitting him up in his DMs and responding to his videos were men. They weren't women.
Men are dating for men now.
That is apparently the conversation that's happening right now.
Yeah.
That men are dating for men. That they're trying to hit these ideals that are set by men, and then they're confused why women aren't like, yeah.
Exactly.
You did it.
Men are dating for men now.
It's very interesting.
Which is crazy.
So I guess part of that conversation was like, somebody was saying like, it's always been this way. Men have always dated for men. It's just come in different iterations. But it's been hyper masculinized now because of social media. Like people are making sure they look good for the gram. They're making sure they look good for TikTok. They're making sure they look good for whatever, wherever this picture is about to be posted.
No, that person's an idiot.
Why are they an idiot? They can't just have an opinion?
Had it right when it said it's over-masculated.
Okay.
That's the issue. Men think they're women now.
Okay.
That's the issue.
Okay. And by men thinking that they're women now, what do you mean? Like they think they're the prize?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to look sexy on the gram. For what?
Okay.
That's why a bunch of men are in your DMs now. Congratulations, you played yourself.
But it's not even, so for what he was saying is like, it's not even like them sexualizing him. It's not like it's gay men being like, hey, it's other men being like, I bet the women can't keep their hands off you. Like, it's other men being like, oh, I'm inspired because now I want to also do this so that women will like me. And he's like, I'm getting no interaction from
I wish people could see
women.
I wish people could see my face.
I don't know what that face is supposed to mean though.
Means stop playing. Them dudes are in that chat for one reason.
Okay, I got more questions then.
Stop.
So you're saying it's not so much that men feel themselves to be the prize. You're saying all men are gay now.
Pretty much.
That doesn't make sense.
Yep, it does.
How?
Because they think they're the prize.
I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
Calvin, you're not making any sense. So anywho.
Exactly. Everyone is. That's the problem. Everyone's confused.
It was just very interesting because they were like.
Not really.
I guess for a lot of people.
Dudes are dating for dudes. What happened is these dudes start going to these over-masculated platforms with dudes trying to tell them they need to be more alpha and all this stuff. When 95% of them dudes only got girls because either A, they got money. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not their personality.
Well, I guess that's the other thing. People are like, well, women are looking for guys who are not doing all that. They'd rather personality over looks. And it's the guys being like, nah, it's got to be looks
like
over
you got
personality.
This whole generation now where they are angry at women because women don't want to sleep with them. I don't understand the problem. Just don't be an asshole. And maybe women would want to talk to you and sleep with you. Just don't be an asshole. How about try that a couple of times? Maybe you get lucky. How about that? Don't be a dick. Let's try that. How about not trying to put a woman in her place every time? How about you just... how about don't talk?
I guess what I'm saying is it's not like this happened just in this generation. Versions of this conversation
I don't remember any other generation having these issues like this generation.
Do you remember us discussing like women getting hit on and the commentary being if the guy was good looking, she wouldn't have an issue with being hit on. But because the guy's ugly, now she got an issue. You remember us talking about that?
Sure.
It's a version of this current conversation where for guys, visually, they're like, oh, he checks these boxes, therefore he should be getting all this from girls.
It has
and then for women, they're like, those are not the boxes I want checked. Like, that's not what I'm looking for.
Because it's like you said, it's technology. Dudes do not know how to interact with women anymore.
I agree with that point.
And vice versa.
But I also think the technology helped to exacerbate, like further exaggerate it. But I feel like we've had some semblance of this conversation forever. It's just come in different iterations. I think we're at our worst height now with everything as visual as it is and so easy to get to, for sure. But I feel like we've had a version of this conversation over and over again of what guys think women want and what women actually want.
No, I think what happens, like you said, technology. I think now.
I like that you say no first. Like my opinion can't be added to this conversation at all.
No, I'm not.
No again? Okay.
No.
Okay.
It can't be added to this conversation.
Okay.
See, guys, that's called being a dick. If I don't get no kisses or loves, it's my fault. Mm-hmm. See how that works? Mm-hmm. Now, when I'm not a dick, hey, things happen.
But you don't remember conversations about taking girls down a peg? Like being a dick on purpose? Like those conversations were had.
Yes. But the difference is it was a technology, but all those dudes can congregate together all the time.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. But what I'm saying is there's been a version of this conversation.
Yeah.
Of what guys think women want and what women actually want.
Oh, yeah, that's always been a conversation.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, I think what made it even worse or exacerbated is now those same dudes can now get in a room and woman bash. And
have it be an echo chamber.
Echo chamber, yes. Now you have echo chambers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Where there's no other conversation.
And now they can influence a whole bunch of other idiots to join them.
It's just really funny because this man he's like angry. Like he's like I did all this work.
See, once again.
For who?
Once again.
And they're like, for guys. You did all that work for guys.
Yeah, once again. No one asked you to do it.
He's like, the girls that were interested in me when I was bigger, I just thought they were settling. And it's like, no.
Who's the dummy?
Nope. You had personality at that time.
Exactly.
Now you don't.
See,
no, right.
See the difference?
Right.
Now who's the idiot? See what I'm saying? Don't be a dick.
Right.
Now you think you something. Now no one wants to be around you because your head's too fucking big.
Well, but so that's the other, I guess the other misnomer for him is like he still feels like the same dude. But now when he does approach women, when he does approach women, they automatically assume he's full of himself or like they're going to have to compete with whatever.
I guarantee you the way he talks has changed. He just doesn't know it. He just doesn't know it yet.
That's a good point.
And I think he's been stuck in echo chambers once again.
Okay. Because
all dudes are hitting him up in his DMs, which that in itself should make him go, what the hell's going on?
Well, I think, like you said, they don't have like huge friend groups in person anymore. A lot of stuff is online. So it's not like he's getting this feedback in person.
People don't know how to read people anymore.
That too. And context gets lost because it's all online.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So it's a plethora of things.
For sure. But it was very interesting to me that this man was genuinely upset because he's like, I was promised that if I got to this finish line, I was going to get X, Y, and Z.
Who promised you that? Who was making these promises to? Who told you that?
Other men told him this, and then he didn't get it.
Other men who didn't have women?
I guess so.
See, that's your second problem. Listen to dudes who can't get women.
I don't know if they can't. Or if the kind of girl that they're getting, he's not wanting. I don't know what it is.
Huh.
Which is going to transition to my next topic. Love is Blind, Ohio.
Number one, just like you have to stay in your financial lane,
Mm-hmm.
stay in your fighting lane, stay in your dating lane.
Well, so, okay. Just to transition into Love is Blind, Ohio. So there's a new season of Love is Blind. That I've been watching. Love is Blind, Ohio. It's garbage. So you've got a bunch of very intelligent, very like career-wise successful women paired with these guys who don't know what they want to do, don't really have a job, may not have a job. Like, they a mess. For instance, there's a guy named Alec who's currently paired up with a girl. I want to say her name is Sarah. Alec first said that he's a financial analyst, and then that changed to soccer coach. And then it comes out that he is somebody who considers himself a nomad. He travels to a different country every so many months.
With what money?
Whatever money he earned at the last job. He just picks up and goes. We get more information, like how his mom's a truck driver. When he was a little kid, he used to move around a lot. Him saying...
But his mom had a job.
Yeah, he also has a job.
How's he having a job?
That's the only way he moves, is if he secures another job in whatever new country he's about to go into.
Okay.
So that's what he's doing. So
okay.
But so like he's used to constantly moving. He can't sit still.
Okay.
He talks about how like he can't really just be in one place for too long.
Then why does he want to get married?
He's marrying the most conservative, pro-MAGA, pro-Trump woman ever. And he says that he's okay with that because he also would have voted for Trump. It's a whole thing. But the point is, this man's job title keeps changing. Okay? A lot. And it's like, are you working right now? The other thing is, he is somebody who was in professional sports and that dream got crushed. And he honestly does not know what to do with that. He's dealing with the grief of losing this like long-standing dream of being a professional soccer player. And he can't now. He had some kind of injury.
Oh, he's Burkhan.
Kind of.
I don't know. She left me on my injury bed.
He gives this heartbreaking story of how like he basically went through college on scholarship because he was so good.
Good job for him.
At his sport. Then he suffers this injury.
Doesn't mean anything.
And then on draft day, he's basically left to his own devices. He thought he had like this family in the team that he was with. And when they all got drafted and he didn't, he's like, it really shook him. Like how alone he was.
So they were supposed to wait for him?
Huh?
They were supposed to wait for him?
What do you mean?
I don't know what he expected from him.
He's literally talking about the draft party he was at with them. They literally leave him there. He's in a wheelchair. They literally leave him there after they each get called for their draft or whatever. Like they leave with their families. He's left alone.
So he went to the whatever soccer draft.
Uh-huh.
Because just like they have an NBA draft where you go to like to New York or someplace and you all have your families, you're sitting in this
like big room or whatever.
Big room waiting for your name to be called.
Mm-hmm.
What were they supposed to do?
I don't know.
After their names got called, sit there with him. Normally what happens when your name gets called, you leave their dressing room, whatever room you're in. Your family leaves. They talk to you for a little bit, and then you guys go off. You're drafted.
Uh-huh.
Where was his family?
She travels a lot for work. She's a truck driver. She's also never in one place.
So she can, for that one day, be at his draft night?
It is very apparent that she prioritizes work over her son. It's very apparent. So, yeah.
He don't have no aunts, no cousins, no grandma, nothing.
Nope.
Okay.
He really don't. He just got his mom's.
Well, the world is a cold place.
It really is. So we get all that story from him. He gets out the pods. He is marrying exactly who you think he's marrying. The detail I just gave you about her being super MAGA, super conservative. She's very white. She's very blonde. And he's like, ew. because he says he tends to go for darker features. Typically, when a white guy says they like darker features, they mean hair. Like, they like brunettes. But he's like, nah, I like them to have tan skin. I like them to have dark hair, dark eyes. There's a couple of girls in the pods that fit that description, and apparently he dated one of them already. But he was just like, nah, I'm going to see if I can make this work for Sarah.
Sounds like to me he's not used to being in the States.
Okay. Because you think, because of his traveling, he's got a different perspective of what beauty is. Okay.
And sounds like
he also makes it sound like he hates Ohio, even though he's from that state.
Sounds like he goes to places where there are nice beaches.
So he also has this Maori tattoo, like a sleeve. And he's part Maori, but I don't think he has a deep connection with his Polynesian side other than that tattoo he got. I don't even know if it's his family's sigil. But he's kind of like just all over the place. Meanwhile, the lady he wants to get married to, she's the exact opposite. She wants to be in one place. She's super conservative. She wants to have kids. She wants them to get married. She wants him to work for the family business. Like, she wants him to be in one place.
Could that be because the TV show put them together?
Well, technically, they choose who they want as their partner.
Sure they do.
I don't know.
Because this sounds like a person who picks somebody that's completely the opposite of everything he stands for.
So
vice versa.
I would blame the editing and the producers, but in the pods, she was talking a lot of a lot of stuff. She made it sound like him doing all of that was not a problem. She made it sound like she also would love to do that. So I don't know if it was producers telling her to do that or if she was just being a yes person because she wanted to make sure she left those pods with him. I don't know.
Sounds like that's what it was.
Which one?
I want to be chosen.
Okay. But again, I also don't know if it's producer influence.
It could be more than she want to be chosen.
It's quite interesting.
That's it, period.
It's quite interesting. He's a mess. I don't know why she's choosing this.
And she can be trying to get, if her family owns a company, could be trying to get.
No, they white people rich. She don't need Netflix to do anything.
Whatever.
And they're in finance.
The way they work, more money. You can never have enough money.
Okay, that's true.
So
we got that couple. We have another couple, Devontae and Brittany. Devontae is half black, half white. He hasn't really established who's black and who's white, but I think it's very apparent that mom's is white. He doesn't really have a relationship with his dad.
Of course.
He said his dad showed up to one of his football games once, but he didn't want anything to do with him. And then his dad passed. So I think there's some unfinished whatevers with that. He talks about how he's never dated a woman of color. And he's very surprised that Brittany is a woman of color because they can't see each other in the pods. He can only hear her voice and she talks very white.
Yeah. They talk white now.
Yeah.
Great.
And he's just like, dating something like that is not something I ever would have done. And it's like, something? Not someone?
That's
not a person?
Crazy.
Okay, sure. And he doesn't want to touch her. He doesn't want to be romantic with her. And she is like, I don't understand what's going on. He says it's because his grandfather just passed. So
he doesn't like black.
He's not in the mindset. His exes have come out in full force to be like, nah, he don't like black people. He does not like black people. He's not attracted to black people. So we're just watching it continue to kind of go on in like a farce.
Are these white exes or black exes?
Oh, clearly they're white exes. Which is crazy because one of the last episodes we just had was Devontae having a heart-to-heart with Brittany's black dad.
Well, he must have burned some bridges because they telling all his business.
Apparently he's not a good boyfriend.
They are scorned.
Apparently he is not a good boyfriend. The other person that they're telling on is a guy named Steven, who may or may not have been sexually assaulting people all up and down Ohio. Another guy is Chris. A lot of his exes have come out to say that he is psychotic. He's crazy. Allegedly, I should say. Allegedly. Just that he's not okay. Chris was paired up with a doctor. This lady is a surgeon. She works in a cancer ward. And he was just like, before they saw each other, he was making it sound like, oh, he can't wait to meet her. There's a little bit of an age difference. I think she is anywhere from like 5 to 6 years older than him. And he was like, I don't even think the age difference is that big of a deal. You know, I can't wait to meet her. Yeah. He chooses her over another girl called Bree, who she says everybody calls her Breezy. This is a white girl from Michigan. I'm very sure she gave herself that nickname. So after he meets his doctor, I don't think she fit the physicality that he felt he deserved, because he breaks up with her and basically tells her it's because she has a bad body. He doesn't like that she doesn't work out every day because he's used to being with Pilates girls and ballerinas and models and women who are like 5'11" or 6 foot. And she doesn't match any of that. She's actually shorter than him. She's like 4'9", maybe 5'1". Mind you, this woman is beautiful. She's not big at all. Like, she just doesn't work out.
It's just the same girl that looked like every Pilates female ever seen.
Yes, with the brown hair. Yes, that girl. But he's like, nah, I can't be with her. The last episode that came out was their little mini reunion. So every season of Love is Blind, everybody from the pods meets back up again, just so they can see everybody, what they all look like. So he comes to that party. The girls are giving him hell. It's hysterical.
Sounds like she might have turned him down.
Nope. She didn't turn him down. He turned her down. So there's a theory about why he did this. He also hits up Breezy, the second girl he liked. And he tries to talk her out of her engagement with the guy that she's with. And it looks like it's working. He's like, that guy's not alpha enough for you. He's not going to test you in the way that you need to be tested. He's a psychotic. Anyway, psychotic. Anyway.
And women find that okay.
Bree loves it. Right now, she is loving the attention. She's like, maybe you have a point. Like, it's depressing. So she's the only one. All the other women are like, this is terrible. People have gone into Chris's Instagram now. He's got an AI photo generated version of himself that does not match his real life at all. It's like, it very much seems like he dates to make himself look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people are breaking down their theories.
He's trash.
I agree. I don't think he has self-confidence in himself. He's also a shorter guy.
No. Oh, he has a Napoleon complex. Makes sense.
He's like 5'5".
Yeah.
So I think
Napoleon. Yeah, it makes sense now. Yeah.
I think he was dating these other women just for their physicality, because he felt like that trophy looked good for him.
Because he's a midget.
And that's really cruel. So
it's
he's taller than me.
Hey. Oh, he's woman height. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's insane.
He's woman height.
That's insane. That's insane.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Cute.
You know, but I guess I get confused when people they feel a way about their height. Like, I know guys who are 5'7" who are like, no, I have to say I'm 6 foot.
He's a little bit over woman's height. That's great.
It just confuses me because, like, a lot of the men I grew up with, they weren't very tall. They're like 5'7", 5'6".
They hated their lives.
No, they're fine.
No, they don't.
My dad, my Uncle Dean, like they're not tall guys. They're fine.
Your dad drinks.
So that's how he gets through it.
That's how he gets through it.
You were messed up. Anyway.
It depends. It depends on the person.
He doesn't have a lot of self-confidence, is what a lot of people seem to be discussing. That, like, he needs external validation.
No.
Through a partner.
The issue is, unlike your dad, he has no personality.
Okay.
That's the issue.
Okay. I think, unlike my dad, he has no confidence in himself either.
He has no personality.
Yeah. I also think it's a self-confidence issue.
Sure, you keep saying it. He has a. Have you ever met short people with personality?
Yes.
Your dad, Henry, personality.
Henry for sure.
Personality. See the difference?
But what I'm saying is, you can't tell him nothing. Like, if you told Henry he was not good looking, he'd be like, whatever. Anyway.
But he has personality because everybody flocks to him. He has personality.
He had to clip his wings of freedom. Okay? To be in the cage of somebody's love. That's what I'm saying.
No matter how much time you say it, it sounds worse every time. And I was drunk, and I was like, that doesn't sound really good.
But my point is, like, Henry has confidence in himself. Like, that's my point.
But I would say it's more because he has a personality.
Okay. I think we're both right. Because you can't have a personality if you're not secure in yourself.
I'm not. Yeah, like I'm saying, you're right, but I think it has more to do.
He doesn't have anything to offer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's more to do with your personality. If you have a good personality, people would talk
They're just drawn to you.
Yeah, you're drawn to you, and they spend more time with you, and then that can help build up your confidence.
Yeah. Okay. And you're saying he doesn't even have enough to draw people in.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just doesn't have no personality.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Because I know people who don't really have confidence, but their personalities are really good, so people just want to be around.
Right.
They don't even have to say anything. People just want to be around.
Yeah.
Because it's something.
Yeah.
So.
It is. I mean, it's garbage. Like, so we were talking about how this new generation feels like they're the prize or whatever. This is really showcasing that with some of the guys in the show.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why the dating game is messed up.
It is.
That's why guys are being like, I don't women and this, woman that. I'm like, women are not the issue.
It's interesting.
Women are not the issue.
The other thing is the titling. There's so many steps before you hit boyfriend, girlfriend.
And two, not every woman wants to be with you. I think they have this disillusion that every woman wants them.
Okay.
And any woman that tells them no.
No, I don't think it's that they think any woman wants them. I think they feel like I deserve to have any woman I want. I think it's that way.
Okay.
I think they feel like I deserve to have anybody I want. I don't understand why she's saying no. Does she not know how this works?
And I blame the parents.
Okay.
Because I got told no so much that I thought no was what was supposed to happen.
Okay. Okay.
And when I finally got a yeah, I'm like, I did something right. What did I do to get the yeah? What did I do? I got a yeah. I don't.
How do I copy and paste?
Yeah. How am I?
that?
Yeah. Exactly. How do I make this happen again? Get another, yeah. To the point where you tell me no, it's like, okay, whatever, and I move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's the difference. You never felt like an entitlement to a yes.
You're not entitled to a woman's body or a woman's time.
I agree.
You earn it.
But for whatever reason, that lesson has been lost. So
you earn it.
I guess I feel like they shouldn't have to now.
And if you're good at it, they just give it to you.
I think that's what they think is supposed to is the default. They think that's the default. And it's not.
Like,
and even though I would love to blame all the guys, there's also a lot of women that endorse this behavior too. Like there's this whole
there's always been women that endorse
I need to be breedable.
It's always women
to keep him.
But that's always been there. Women and men who endorse bad habits.
Yeah.
That's always been there.
It's crazy.
I'm like, there's so many women in the world. At some point, somebody's going to say yes.
I would think with the way social media is, a no would be nothing because there's so many other options.
No, because people want to be liked. To get likes.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's different.
Right. It's terrible.
And now I guess your rejections are on camera for everyone to see, for everyone in the world to see. I don't know why you would film it.
Yeah.
Or record it. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
To the point where when I see videos of people, dudes having the Riz or what they call this shit.
Yeah, Riz.
I'm like, that shit's not real. It's too unbelievable.
I think if you have to say Riz, you don't know what you're doing. So, because it's always been charisma. That's what Riz is short for, is charisma. So, it's a whole thing. There's been conversations around the black women in this show and how they're being treated. Like there's a whole conversation over black versus mixed black and what that look blah 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 that looks like. The black women that were in the show, they both like this one black man, and both of them end up not being with that guy. And honestly, I think it's because he played himself. Like, he had both of these women. He was interested in both these women. He says he liked one a little bit more than the other, but he wanted to keep that other door open, and he did it for too long. So then both women just stepped away.
No, what happened was these women said they're on the show where you have to make sure you have to whatever.
Yeah.
They put their eggs in one basket.
They did not. They had other people they were talking to.
Then I don't understand why they just didn't take it for what it was.
Honestly, I think they were the only ones who did take it for what it was, and that's why they stepped away. Other people just decided to stay with somebody to stay with somebody. But both of these women were like, nah, I don't need to do this.
Like the one girl where she's like, I don't need to do this. You can't make up your mind. I'm leaving. I'm walking out. You can whatever. I'm like, but this is the whole point of this show.
No, what do you mean? I think you're missing a little bit of context with her, but
what was the context I'm missing?
So
because she started talking and he was like, yeah, there's somebody.
That was their like third go round for her. They were talking and he was making it sound like he wasn't talking to anybody else. Then out the blue, he drops on her, oh no, there is another person in the running that I am serious about. And she's like, you've been telling me you've only been serious about me this entire time. Now you're saying to somebody else? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, I'm out. And she was going to leave. Production had to step in. He had to apologize. And she was like, okay, I'll stick around. But know that I'm serious about this. Like, I am very much interested in you. I'm serious about this. I don't know how much longer I can do this for. And he was like, just let me talk. Or let's go through this like a couple more weeks. She was like, okay. So she stuck it out.
Why didn't she start talking to somebody else and try to see if she could find another possible connection?
She didn't have a connection with anybody else. She did try to talk to other people, but those connections weren't as strong as it was with this particular guy. Plus, I want to stress again, this is Ohio. And when they heard her voice, they knew that she was not white. So there were a lot of people that just crossed her out anyway because they didn't want to deal with somebody who was black. So she's hanging in there. And mind you, she's friendly with the other girl that he's also talking to. Like, they both know that they're interested in the same guy. So she is like, she hits a point where she's like, listen, I'm going to wish you the best. If it was me, I feel like you would have told me by now. I stuck around a little bit longer because you said maybe, but it's becoming very apparent to me that it's clearly not me. So I'm gonna step back, have, good luck. And he was like, no, I want you to be my girlfriend. And she's like, you want me to be your girlfriend? He's like, yes, I'm making a decision. It's going to be you. You're going to be my girlfriend. And she's like, oh, okay, great. Next conversation they have, she's like, so how did it go telling the other girl, that now I'm your girlfriend? And he goes, well, we didn't have that conversation. And that's when you saw her being like, I gotta go. The more he talks, the more she realizes he's still indecisive between her and that girl. And she's given him multitudes of chances. And he still is like, I just can't make up my mind. And she's like, I can make up my mind. I'm out. I'm not coming back. And she doesn't come back. And then the other girl is still there. And the guy tells the guys back at the guy dorm that he was going to choose Taylor. That's the girl he was supposedly really into. That's the one who left. And he's like, but she just made a decision to give up on me. And blah. Guess it's not meant to be. So I'll talk to this other girl. I don't want her to feel like she's second best, but clearly it's not meant to be between me and Taylor. So when he talks to the other girl and he tells her what's going on, the other girl goes like, okay, I understand that. I've had my conversations with Taylor, but I also feel like you're not ready for marriage. And I feel like if I said yes to this, it would be something that neither one of us really wanted. We would just be going through the motions. So I'm also going to step aside. That's how that ends with them. And honestly, I feel like that is the most respectful thing we've seen from the series.
I would say I don't begrudge him.
Oh, that's crazy. You should.
Because I'm in a position where I'm talking to two people and they want me to then turn around and say, let's get married. I just want to make sure I'm making the right decision. I think if Taylor just stuck around a little bit longer, he was going to choose her. But I don't begrudge her leaving because she's like, I can't do this. I get it. And it's on TV. You don't want to go through that crap on TV.
I feel like I absolutely begrudge him 110%. He could not make up his mind. I think it became very apparent he wasn't ready for marriage. That was part of why he was taking so long to choose.
If they were out in the world and this was happening, I'd be like, yes. But you're on a show where they give you multiple options to talk to people to try to figure something out.
One of those options is not to. One of those options is just to say, nah, none of this is for me.
Okay. And that's what I say. I understand Taylor being like backing out. I understand the other women backing out. I get it. What I'm saying to you is,
I understand.
And this
Taylor's
is why I think
logic.
this is a dumb show to begin with anyway.
She wasn't saying I need you to say I love me. She was saying I need you to make a firm decision. Not worrying about it hurting anybody else's feelings.
And it's hard.
I need you to make a firm decision. It's me or it's not me. It's really not that hard.
Yes, it is.
You know you have a deadline to meet where you have to choose one person. We're literally the day before that deadline. We're here at the day right before that deadline for you to choose. And you're telling me you're still indecisive. That means it's not me. Good luck to you. Yo.
Whoa.
That's you. You did all that. I don't know why.
Sorry about that. I'm trying not to say what I want to say because it's going to come off crazy.
You're going to blame the women. I don't think it's their fault.
I'm not blaming the women. Even when men get married, they're still don't know. They're still kind of on the fence.
Okay.
There's still something in the back of their minds.
Okay.
Even then.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and be mad at that dude because he was like, he talked to her and he's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. Then he talks to the other girl and he goes, damn it. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Because you have options. The issue is he has options. And he knows he has two options. He has options. That's the issue.
But he also knows there's a time limit. He also is aware there's a time limit. And he's managed, with production's help, to have these women stick it out with him to that time limit. He narrowed his list down to those two women pretty early in their whole series. They're in those cubes for I want to say 5 weeks.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
So for almost the entirety of those 5 weeks, he's been like, I can't really decide between you two. Blah, da, 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 da. I tried to leave. I'm like, clearly it's not me.
Okay.
I'm out. You're like, no, come back. I do have strong feelings for you. I am choosing you. Just kidding. I'm back to indecision. I'm out.
And that retrospect, okay. Okay. Understandable. But I don't begrudge anybody.
I understand what you're saying. They have to make a very big life decision in a small amount of time.
I don't begrudge anybody. I don't begrudge the ladies for leaving. I don't begrudge him for not really committing. But at the same time, too, for the ladies, you got to make a decision. Because now you don't give them no time to figure nothing out. So, and that way of looking at it, I get it. But it sounds like to me, those women were him or nothing anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know.
And again, you have to choose one, and there's a time limit. So it's not like
because I did
he had all the time in the world.
I did all my things in the real world. I figured it out.
I also wonder if Love is Blind for them is easier than the real world right now. Like I just said, there's like
a
gazillion steps before you become just boyfriend and girlfriend.
The issue is people do not know how to talk to each other anymore or communicate because they do everything through technology, the microwave way. Sometimes to cook a great meal, you have to prep and it takes time. Just like a relationship. Sometimes a good relationship takes time.
Okay.
It takes work. A lot of people don't want to do the work.
Okay.
A lot of people don't.
Okay.
Or a lot of people think a relationship is if we don't argue and battle, there's no love.
Okay.
Some people think it should be hard. Some people think it should be easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just people don't want to do the work. I think a lot of times.
I think the work has also changed.
Okay.
I don't think the work is what it used to be like for our generation.
Gotcha.
The expectations of what a partner should bring to the table is much different than what it was when we were younger.
I will say yeah and no.
At least from the show, from what I'm seeing from the show, what they expect a partner to bring, we work towards with partners. Like they want them to be financially stable. They want them to have a home. They want them to, be really established. And when we were coming up, that was something you built together with your partner.
Well, some people also wanted the same thing too.
Older people.
I think what has changed is, it's like you said, it's technology.
Technology is a big change.
And like you said, people don't know what role they want to play. I think that's a bigger issue. People don't know what role they want to play.
I think they know. I don't think they're ready for it.
Or realistic about it.
That part.
Yeah.
Because you'll see the conversations where they're like, "Yeah, I don't care if you make more money than me," or "I don't, I don't care."
It happens.
And then they're like, "I can't."
handle it.
Right? Exactly.
That's more men on the men's side, though.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's more on the men's side.
That's true. But you also have women who are like, "Oh, it's okay if you're still finding yourself. I make enough for both of us.
I can stay home."
And
then they stay home and be like, "I can't do this. I need to be out around people. I got to talk to people my own age." Or like you said, you need to hurry up and make some money.
Yeah,
I can't.
They're like, "It's cool if you take your time," and they're like, "I need you to have a job. I need you to work."
But I'm not gonna lie though. If
he's not providing.
I'm not gonna lie. If you're not working though.
I guess I don't understand where you made this verbal agreement that you're like, it's cool that you're not working. Like it was an awareness.
I would agree.
And then you're like, no, I'm not okay.
It's what is their agreement?
Right.
And also, I think a lot of it is people don't stick to their agreements.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree.
But
I also think what they romanticize as a relationship is not rooted in reality anymore.
Yeah, but I also think it goes back to people just don't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
Not saying we were amazing communicators, but at least we talked.
I feel like there was less noise.
We didn't have the technology in between us. It was I had to talk.
We didn't have as much input also. Like there weren't so many other people also putting in their 2 cents about it.
We didn't have an echo chamber right in the palm of our hands.
Yeah.
So there's so much things, but it's still stupid. I am already buzzing. I don't know why.
Because you poured a lot of gin into a cup. Anyway.
That was tequila.
You still have tequila?
Yeah.
I'm amazed.
Oh, the gin is gone.
I should drink my friend's hooch. Anywho.
You got 9 bottles of wine and Malibu up there. Drink something. 2
bottles of wine up there. Thank you.
You don't see that big white bottle. That's not wine. Malibu. It's not even here or there. Anywho, Love is Blind.
Okay, the other couple that I want to talk about is Emma and his name's not Connor. I want to say Michael. She's dating.
Is that the lady with the grab my strong hand?
Yes. So there's a woman named Emma. She is a Chinese American. She's a transracial adoptee, which means that her adopted parents are white. She was adopted from China from a literal orphanage.
Can I stay before you finish? I don't know how I feel about people going overseas and just kidnapping these kids and bringing them back.
It happens a lot. So
especially in Africa. I don't know how I feel about that. But continue. I'm sorry.
So Emma makes great pains to like really talk about how the fact that her family that adopted her is white. And some people are really annoyed with her about this, and I'm not understanding why.
I'm going to say something. I ain't one of those people, and I'm not really watching.
You're annoyed that she keeps bringing it up?
I'm annoyed she keeps saying she's adopted. I get it.
It's a huge part of her life. Like
I understand, but it's not your only. I guess I don't know. I guess I understand what people
from my own lived perspective of living in a primarily white area and not being also white. It's a huge part of your adolescence that you are not seen as the same as the other kids around you. It's a huge part. And that then, unfortunately, migrates into your adulthood.
Where is this in?
Ohio, Calvin.
What I'm saying, no, you. When I was there was a lot of Hispanics and Asians.
Calvin, I went to Blue Ribbon schools. I went to mostly white people places.
Okay. Oh, that's why you look.
You don't remember teasing me because apparently I was trying to be a white girl. None of that happened. You don't remember none of that?
I don't remember the bad me. I don't remember the good me.
That Calvin was evil. I don't know what he did.
Exactly. That guy was not transparent. That guy was closed-minded and evil.
First of all, she's the only person of color in her family. Nobody in her family looked like her. I at least had that. Then she's going to schools. She says she wasn't bullied, but she was ostracized. Like there were a lot of people that just really pointed out how different she was to them. And that was just on race. Then on top of that, she's going through a skin cancer situation. So she's doing multiple surgeries to have different precancerous moles and birthmarks removed. So that's scarring up her body. And she's going through her adolescence. So not only is she the only Asian girl, she's an adopted Asian girl, and they're looking at how different she is on her, like in terms of scarification on her body. Then on top of all of that, she's not seen as desirable either. So she's dealing with all of this baggage, trying to make it through. And to her credit, she is one of the nicest people on the show. She's one of the most positive people on the show. Is she referring to her adoption all the time? Yeah. But I don't begrudge her for bringing that up because it's a huge part of also some of the decisions she makes in the show. Like she pairs up with this guy who desperately wants children. He just wants to get married so that he can pop these kids out. He wants 5 or 6.
I blame her for getting. She shouldn't be with him.
To her credit, that wasn't her first choice.
It doesn't matter. Stop settling because you want to be with somebody so bad that you put yourself in a predicament that you shouldn't be in.
I agree. The way it was sold in the pods is that she was on the fence. Like she was like 50-50. Her biggest concern is that her health ailments will get passed down to her kids. And she doesn't want her children to go through what she went through. That is her biggest concern. She loves kids. She's got her sisters, her adopted sisters. They have kids and she loves them to pieces. But she always had concerns about having kids on her own. And this man that she's with is from a big Italian family. And they're all like, so when the kids happening? When you're doing the kids, how about the kids?
Sauce.
What about some kids?
Sauce.
So, and she is selling it like there's a chance she could have the kids. She's not selling it as a hard no, which I think she should have. Her family very much is like, it's always been a hard no for you in the past. Now you're saying maybe?
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna blow up in everybody's faces. It's a countdown. It's a matter of time. But I just didn't understand the internet. I guess mutual frustration that she brought up her differences all the time. It's a huge part of her life.
Hate moves the needle.
I guess so.
Hate and being kind of evil gets clickbait, gets clicks.
They're comparing her to Devontae, which is that half black, half white guy who clearly doesn't like black women. They're saying that both of these people have internalized racism and hate their heritage. And I'm like, I don't think these contexts are the same. So
the two are not the same. One person throws up when he kisses. The other person just is letting you know.
But I also feel like she doesn't have.
And she doesn't even have anything.
She doesn't have any roots in her own culture.
Anyway.
Yeah, that part. I don't think she has any roots in her own culture.
Americanized Chinese is not Chinese. I'm sorry to tell you that.
That is so true.
I'm sorry that.
And I don't even think she's around other Chinese people.
Orange chicken. It's not the same thing.
She talks about how she grew up in Wisconsin and then they moved to Ohio. I'm like, those are very white places.
Snow.
Yeah.
Even the snow's like, God damn.
I don't know how much of a connection to her birth heritage she has.
I would say none.
I would agree. She's also a melanated Chinese person. That's how you know she's American Chinese. That's usually seen as not like great thing in a lot of Asian culture. So she's interesting. But yeah, that's American. That's Love Is Blind Ohio. It is a mess. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna try to run through the rest of this speed round.
We watched America's Top Model documentary on Netflix. It is called something. Reality Check. Inside America's Next Top Model. It's a 3-episode doc.
Here's my thing from what I watched.
Before you give your opinion, let me give them a quick and brief summary of what was in the 3 episodes. The 3 episodes basically show the buildup of the show, created by Tyra and this other guy who became a director for the show. How they got these girls, how Tyra's stance was that they were going to move forward differently than the modeling industry at the time. At the time, heroin chic was the thing, and she was trying to showcase how different bodies can also still be very beautiful. That is not what was held to standard as the show progressed. Eventually, everybody who originated with that show disappeared from that show. And we also see the aftermath of what happened to a lot of the models who were also attached to that show. Okay, go ahead.
Pretty much everybody hates Tyra.
That is an interesting takeaway. Okay.
My takeaway is she started off with intentions but turned into the norm.
Okay.
She started off with good intentions and turned into the norm.
Okay.
Because sometimes you think people need to go through the same hardships you go through to make them stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll help them appreciate when they make it.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't realize you're putting them through the same torment that you went through,
mm-hmm.
and making them hate everything that you hated about the whole business.
Mm-hmm.
That's my takeaway.
Okay.
Tyra started off with good intentions, but ended up being the industry that she so supposedly hated, but ended up being a gatekeeper to, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And everything she says is part of the course to me.
Okay.
Like all her epiphanies, the reason I can understand people say she comes off not authentic. I can understand why.
They said that she didn't come off authentic, and they said that she didn't actually hold herself accountable for anything.
I can understand people saying that, and I can agree with that.
Uh-huh.
I can see why.
Mm-hmm.
Because it all still seems like a runway, or model, or
mm-hmm.
actress.
Uh-huh.
And some of the stuff, also, some of the epiphanies she had, I'm like, bitch, I don't know why that's epiphany. You should know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand why you should.
What's an example of that? What do you mean?
The blackface thing.
Okay. What was the epiphany for her?
She's like, if I knew how people were going to see it, we wouldn't have done it and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Or when she had the girl in the who didn't have an eating disorder, but made her like she had an eating disorder and had her do the gluttony thing.
She did have an eating disorder. And then she made her do the gluttony thing.
The black girl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my bad. Anywho. And be like, if I knew then, I wouldn't have done it. I'm like, you should have already known. I don't understand why now you be like, you would. I'm like.
Tyra did this thing where she blamed production a lot of the time. She was an executive producer. She was production.
Executive producer. I'm not saying she didn't have final say in a lot of stuff. But sometimes if you be like, I don't think we should do this. And you get out.
Sometimes, if you say we shouldn't do this, if you actually vocalize that, sure. I don't think she ever vocalized that.
Okay, then that's a different conversation. That's a totally different conversation.
So for me, as somebody who watched the show,
that's me.
America's Top Model in its early heydays, and has kind of followed some of the Tyra Banks, J. Manuel, Miss J drama that has also kind of fallen out over the years. The original picture that was painted around Tyra Banks when the show first came out was that she was doing something very brave because it was so different from what the modeling industry had set as standard at the time. She really was breaking a new mold.
Can I also say something about that? Also, by doing that, you made those girls untouchable.
Yeah, I bet that was one of the fallouts.
Because now those girls have your scarlet letter on them because you did something the industry probably didn't want you to do.
Well, but the other thing was, even though Tyra said we're doing something different than the industry, that didn't stop the industry from still doing the industry. You know what I mean? Like they were like, that's cute.
I get that. But sometimes they see that as, oh, since you went on there to punish her, we're going to punish you.
But they never punished her. Her career stayed fine.
That's what I'm saying. So you're the intended hurter, even though
I don't think they were doing anything as backlash to Tyra. I think Tyra was, is it what, feeding the lambs to the fire or feeding the lambs to the wolves, whatever that is.
Feeding the lambs to the wolves.
I think it was that situation.
Okay.
If you weren't aware, this show was not Tyra's first attempt at trying to do a show. She had been trying to have a breakthrough show for a minute. She was trying all types of different things. She has several albums that dropped. Do you even know that she had a music career?
Hell no.
She had a music career. She was trying to do a lot of different things.
Oh, she trying to be Pebbles?
I'm trying to think of another model that like then.
Vanessa Williams?
More like Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart started out at modeling, and then she started doing other stuff. And built a career off of that stuff.
Talent.
Okay.
She has some type of cooking talent.
So Tyra was trying acting. Acting it had its ups and it had its downs.
She was
she was in Fresh Prince. She was in a Spike Lee joint. I think she's in more than one Spike Lee joint. She like her acting gig was doing okay, but she wanted more. She wanted more for herself. Also around this time, she's in a huge feud with Naomi Campbell. A huge feud.
Well, weren't they the only two black female runway models? The big ones at the time?
She wasn't a runway model.
Who?
Tyra. That was also part of the feud.
Oh.
Tyra was more commercial. Naomi was more runway.
So she's trying to...
Fashion houses.
She was trying to proclaim something that she wasn't.
I think she wanted to prove to people, one, you didn't have to box us into one thing, but also, I'm the better one. So
I literally thought she was a fashion model.
She is a fashion model.
Like a runway fashion, all that stuff.
Like Victoria's Secret runway, yes. Houses of Milan, no. Like international fashion houses runway, no.
Okay.
And no, it is not the same thing.
Oh, I know that. I figured that part out.
At the time, I don't know if it's still the same way, but at the time in the modeling industry, you had catalog work.
Yeah.
And that's like the bottom of the barrel.
That's like Sears books.
That's Sears,
the JCPenney's books and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like bottom of the barrel.
I miss those, by the way.
and you had commercial runway.
That's how you get your little porn. That's just your little first taste of porn.
That's crazy. Then you had commercial runway, which is like Victoria's Secret, Gap, like retail stores that people actually buy from.
That's the second level.
The highest of that
international models
is house of fashion type of gigs. Yes.
Versace
couture looks, okay. That kind of a thing.
I know something.
Naomi is up at the top. Tyra was in the middle.
So where was what's his face? Tyson Beckford.
Top.
Oh, so he was international?
Yes.
So him and Naomi was looking at each other's faces.
Basically.
Okay.
And then looking down on Tyra, apparently.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of... Did you not know about the feud between Naomi Campbell and Tyra Banks?
No, I had no idea. All I know was Naomi was hitting people with cell phones. That's all I know. That's all I... Because I don't care.
According to Tyra, they both had a cover girl shoot for a magazine.
That's not international, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But Naomi blocked Tyra from like expanding in her career during that shoot because of whatever jealousy. And then Naomi's career took off a little more. So Tyra was like, this girl bullied me. She made my life a living hell, and she took other opportunities away from me.
So she in turn did the same thing.
She never got Naomi back. But
no, not Naomi, but other girls.
Maybe. Do you remember when Tyra had her talk show?
Yes.
She had Naomi Campbell on that talk show to talk about the feud.
I had no idea.
Naomi was like, listen, you're right. When we first met and we did that little cover shoot, I was treating you all kinds of bad ways. You know the industry, you know how competitive it is. I really, at the time, believed it was one or the other. Like, they weren't going to have two black girls do this. It had to be one, and I was making sure it was me.
And they probably weren't.
She was not wrong. But she does apologize for her behavior during that shoot. Tyra does not take the apology well at all. Like, she tries to really reiterate how bad Naomi treated her. But if you ever meet somebody where, like, they were wronged, but because they don't accept the apology gracefully, it makes it look like they're the one in the wrong.
Yeah, let's just get back to this. The Netflix documentary. Because this sounds like this is some really thing that we can go on and on about.
But it relates to the documentary. Because like you said, I do think she took all of that experience and put it into the show.
Okay.
So because the show, the girls had to do insane things that even models that are booking gigs weren't doing. Like having them get ready in like 5 minutes to go get on a flight to do whatever. She had these girls go through crazy stuff just for the purpose of the show.
But it's also a TV show.
Okay, but I think but it goes against her precedent that she set that she was going to move about this differently.
Touche.
And it spirals. So you also have Tyra, who is contending with views. Her show launches on UPN. In case you did not know, UPN does not last as a network.
Underpaid Negroes.
And that is not what it stood for.
That's what UPN stands for.
That's not what it stood for. Their show moves to WB, which then becomes CW, and she has to fight for ratings.
Way to blacks. That's what it stands for, WB.
But WB goes away to become CW. So Caucasian and whites only. So then...
Exactly. You said it before me.
So then she's fighting for ratings, and it's very established that she will do whatever it takes to make sure that she can succeed. So if it means using those girls as fodder, she will use those girls as fodder. So when people are like, oh, the executive producer was just a title, it wasn't. She really had her hands deep in this show. So they told her she couldn't anymore. And that doesn't happen until like, what was it, like season 24? Season 23? Like, it's way out there. But the whole time, she's helping to create the chaos. Which brings us to Shandy. Shandy is one of the models from one of the earlier seasons. I think she's like season 2? I don't think she's in season 1. And she was a girl that they plucked literally from obscurity. She came from a small town in a flyover state. She was literally working at Walgreens. Decides to try out for modeling because why not?
The wall that is green.
She's actually good at the modeling. She actually does well. They go to Italy. She, at the time, in order to stay competitive, most of the girls are not eating because there's weigh-ins. Most of the girls are not eating so that they can stay teeny tiny. She is drinking with the girls, so no eating. She's super underweight. She gets buzzed pretty fast. She said she had like 2 bottles to herself. She was gone. Production says, let's invite the male models the girls were working with earlier that day back to the house. It's not the girl's choice. It's production's choice. So the guys come, and one of the guys takes advantage of Shandy being inebriated to the point where like production follows him doing everything that he's doing to her, which includes sexual assault.
Literally rapes her.
On camera.
And they do absolutely nothing.
They just watch it. They apologize to her off camera.
Also, that one and the other one was God, keep talking. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Shandy at the time had a boyfriend. Productions then is like, well, let's call your boyfriend, which adds to the story.
That's crazy.
She's still drunk. She calls the boyfriend. She talks about what happened and how like she doesn't really know what's going on. At the time that this aired, the viewpoint was that she got a little bit of freedom and cheated as soon as she could. That's how they sold that story. The reality was She had no say in a lot of the events that took place, nor in the assault that then took place on herself. And she wasn't sure how to explain any of that. Also, attitudes around date rape, it was non-existent at this time. It was very much, oh, she must have wanted it scenario. It ruined this poor girl's life. It ruined it.
Or the one where they did this photo shoot with the guys, and the one dude just kept
manhandling
one of the girls.
Yeah.
Because he really wanted to be, like, holler at her.
Yeah.
And he was
using every opportunity to rub on her, rub himself on her,
to the point where she's like,
her.
I'm uncomfortable.
But she's seen as a troublemaker because she's stopping the shoot.
That was the same girl that they kept showing eating the same bagel 9,000 times.
Yeah.
To see like she has an eating disorder or she eats too much.
They were trying to do a fat, because they also said that she was too big.
Mind you, she probably wears a size 2.
Yeah. If that.
Yeah. Like, I'm from the South. I don't want a girl skinny like me.
Listen.
First, that tells me you can't cook. That's the first thing.
Do you remember Takara? She's been in a couple of music videos.
Oh, Takara, I was trying to. I probably did some things to Takara's pictures.
What? What?
Forget I even said that. Just don't. Whatever. Moving on. Yeah.
So Takara at the time was seen as like the biggest girl to be on the show. She was like a size 6, a size 8. She really wasn't that big.
I would say this. She could have been Mrs. Mitchell. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, she's gorgeous. Face card never declined. That girl is gorgeous. But same thing with Whitney. Whitney's one of the winners. She's also seen as like a plus size model because she's like a size 10, I think, at the time. And they're like, she's breaking barriers by being so big. And at the time, she was breaking barriers. So, but the rest of the show is just how like everybody got treated. So the models are being treated as trash. Then you have Tyra Banks' judging panel. And at first, they're all with her. They're like friends with her.
I think they're just industry friends. I don't think they're real
No.
friends.
So Miss J and Tyra go back to her being 16. He was one of her coaches. So he's been integral to her career for a long time. Then Jay Manuel, they also have a history with him being a makeup artist. He was her makeup artist for a long time. They met in the industry for sure, but there was like and also like a real life friendship. They spent a lot of time together. That goes to the wayside when it starts to hurt the show. When it comes up, Jay Manuel paints it like he was trying to leave for a minute, but he kept coming back because of his obligations. I don't know how true that is, but it does become apparent. The show eventually, the ratings start to drop, and the show's like, we need to make some changes. They want to get rid of Miss J. They want to get rid of Nigel Barker. They want to get a Jay Manuel. Tyra's like, done. Like she calls them up and it's like, hey, unfortunately the show wants to move in this direction, and that's it. And they're looking at her like, you're not even going to fight for us. You're not going to, because there were a lot of other elements to the show where Tyra really fought to keep things, but apparently these people that were supposedly her friends don't.
Also,
and they haven't talked since.
Yeah. Also, she was expandable too.
She says there is no sacred cow. That's the tagline she uses.
The trope she uses.
There's no sacred cows. But I do find it interesting that they weren't able to supposedly cut her off or get rid of her until cycle 22.
Also,
if you paid attention to what they were talking about in terms of their contracts, she negotiated how far she wanted to stay in that show.
Also,
and I think getting rid of the Jays and Nigel was contingent on extending her own.
Also, that trope sounds like an industry trope that she said.
It also sounds like BS. So
no, it's industry talk.
It's BS.
She heard somebody say that to her.
I don't even know.
No, someone said it to her.
I don't know. My takeaway
I'm
from
telling
it,
you, someone said it to her.
My takeaway from it is that I wouldn't put it past Tyra Banks to put a lot of morals and ethics to the wayside to make sure that show succeeded. I wouldn't put it past her.
I agree with you. Not disagreeing with you. Like I said in my little soliloquy at the beginning. I think she had good intentions, but ended up just doing what the industry eventually does to young models.
I think the other thing that got me is that you've got Nigel and the Jays talking about how like they didn't agree with some of the stuff that happened to the girls, but they also were right there alongside Tyra when this stuff was happening to the girls.
Once again, you had the power to do something about it, but you end up doing what the industry does. Why? Because you still want to be part of the industry.
It is interesting to me that they're really trying to paint how different they were to Tyra when they were pretty much the same.
I think they thought that they can do something transcending, but ended up doing exactly what the gatekeepers wanted anyway.
I agree.
Giving them new lambs to slaughter.
But I also feel like they need to take the accountability that they also played their part for that.
That doesn't happen now. You don't have to take accountability. We live in an era of where you don't have to take accountability.
So what I'm saying is, like, the way the internet is featuring this, it is a lot of hate towards Tyra. I don't think it's undeserved, but there's a lot of hate towards Tyra. But they're not holding that same magnifying glass up to the Jays and Nigel Barker. I'm not saying that they also did exactly the same thing as Tyra Banks, but I also feel that there was a lot of situations where they also could have stepped in and did not.
The difference is the way Tyra comes off in this Netflix documentary, as she's so goddamn naive to everything.
Okay.
That's the way it seems.
To me, it felt like she was above it all. I don't know about naive. As much as she was like, those are little people problems. I don't have I don't deal with the little people problems.
Either or. It came off disingenuous.
Yes.
Period.
Yes, it did come off disingenuous for sure. It was, honestly, I liked it. It's short. It's a little 3 episode. It could have definitely been longer. They could have talked more about it.
I do want you to. It doesn't make you want to hit Tyra Banks with a cell phone.
I don't know about that part, but it was interesting. There were some things that rubbed me the wrong way, like when they are talking about the sexual assault with Shandi, and Nigel talks about how, like, when he was a model, unfortunately, it's a standard that these models are going to face sexual harassment to a degree. And he's like, it's just on you to make sure it doesn't happen. It's like, that's not how sexual harassment works.
No,
but
what really, my thing that threw me and made me go, wow, is when she had that girl on her show.
Shandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he replayed the whole thing, even though she told her not to, please.
Mm-hmm.
Do not replay that because I don't want to relive it.
Mm-hmm.
And she did it anyway.
Yeah.
Then ask her.
Yeah. So how's your boyfriend think about that? Like, okay.
If she would have spat in Tyra's face, I'd have been like, that's crazy. Most people go, that's racist. I'd be like, not really. I'm like, that's kind of, nobody deserves to get spit in your face, but if there's a time to spit in somebody's face,
you said it would have been
that's the time.
She would have had to deal with the aftermath of that too, though.
So what's the difference?
At the time, she was still hoping for a career. That's why she was even on the show in the first place. That little talk show, that was for her to try to help move her career.
And I call that people not having enough faith in themselves, or
you could say that, but I think contextually, a lot of people don't realize the pressures of trying to make sure you didn't burn any bridges so that you could do what you were trying to do.
I don't begrudge her for doing what she did.
Mm-hmm.
She did what she thought was right. But if she went the low road, I'd have been like, knowing what I know now, I'm like,
now, if she spit Tyra Banks' face now, I'll be like, oh, well, you know.
Not now. It's too late.
No, and with the renewal of the documentary and the awareness that came with it,
At the time when she was on Tyra Banks' show and she went and went,
even when she did the talk show with Tyra, that wasn't during her season. That was after.
And what I'm saying to you, that would have been the time to go deep into the bowels and your loins.
But she also was still blaming herself for the events that had taken place. She wasn't in a headspace to be like, oh, wait, I really did not have control over what happened to me.
Yes, but at the same time, too, they put you in a predicament. Here's the difference. I will say this. There's a difference. The difference is you were in a controlled space where people who knew better allowed this to happen.
And again, at the time that she's doing this, when she did America's Next Top Model, she was 19. And then when she's doing the talk show, she's 20. And she's still thinking, oh, it's my fault for what went down. She's dealing with people spitting in her face.
I get what you're saying.
I don't think any amount of self-respect would then have her turn around and be like, yeah.
No, I get what you're saying.
Go ahead and do this.
I'm just saying if she would have had Richard and did it, I'd have been like, oh, that's deserved. That's all I'm saying. But I understand what you're saying. You're 100% right.
The black girl, the we were rooting for you, we're all rooting for you. That girl, she had the gumption to do something like that. And that's why she never made it past that one little season. Because she definitely would have stood up for herself.
I understood where Tyra was coming from.
I didn't.
But at the same time, too, who are you to tell me?
You already kicked her off the show. I understand if that was coming out of, I'm giving you another chance, I need you to take this seriously. But she was already cutting her from the show. And what set her off was that girl didn't cry from being cut off the show.
No,
that's what set her off.
No, it was that and the fact that she was hugging everybody and was like, okay,
she was
cool.
saying goodbye. Yeah. I don't even think she was being disrespectful and saying goodbye. She was just like, all right, y'all, keep your heads up, do what you can. And she's like, you're just being happy and being fine. Yeah.
But I take that back. That girl was right.
She literally goes, I can't change anything. No. So why not be grateful for what I got? And Tyra was like, no.
Here's why she was 100% right and Tyra Banks was 1,000% wrong. Because you didn't even use her best picture to kick her off.
Yeah, on top
of that, you used the worst picture to kick it off, knowing that you weren't using their best. So that on top of itself, what was the point of you yelling at her like that?
So the girl also has done interviews since then, and she's done new ones now because of the documentary. And she talks about how, like, Tyra was waiting for the girls to kind of like ooh and ah over her for being Tyra Banks. And she wasn't one of the girls that did that. She just was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's Tyra Banks. Like, she never, I guess, in her view, Tyra felt slighted at the beginning of everything because she didn't hold her in like the, oh my gosh, this is Tyra Banks, let me do everything kind of a mindset. She was just like, I'm going to keep it moving.
I'll give Tyra Banks a little grace on that.
I think Tyra saw Naomi in her and she was like, never again.
That might be the case.
Because like that attitude is very Naomi Campbell-esque of like, it is what it is.
That might.
And she was like, it's not happening again.
Her easygoing attitude.
Yes. Like, I'm going to let it roll off my back. Okay.
Might be the reason. Even that still,
that whole rant was not about that girl. It was about something else.
But the rant doesn't matter because you didn't use her best.
You also already cut her off. Like, what was the point?
But my thing is, you didn't use her best.
You didn't use her best, and you already cut her out.
You cut her off not using her best, and then we get mad at her because you decided to not use her best picture to kick her off, even though you knew you were cheating the system a little bit.
No, not a little bit.
No, you knew you were cheating the system.
Mm-hmm.
So you ranting at her
but they show the breakdown. They show how like Tyra was calm and collected up until that girl was like high-fiving the girls and like joking and laughing. And then she was like, boom.
How you got rid of her was really made that disingenuous.
Mm-hmm. To me, it felt like she was beating a dead horse. Like, this girl was already on her way out. Why did you also need to do this? It's like me telling you you're fired. And then I'm like, you know what? Hold on. You should have did. Let me tell you why you should have did this and why you should be crying right now. It is what it is.
Yeah. I just thought for me it's from a disingenuous place. That's all.
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
It absolutely was. But the documentary was interesting. And sad, finding out that Miss J had a stroke and it really affected her speech and how she can walk. And now she can't walk. She has to be in a wheelchair. And she's known for walking. She's known as being the legs of the fashion industry. Like those legs were insured. They are iconic. And now she's not even able to move on her own. It was very sad.
This documentary just showed me that Tyra Banks has a real slappable face.
Well, she's now going to do Cycle 25. She made that announcement. We're going to do America's Next Top Model, Cycle 25. I don't know who's watching, so that'll be happening.
And how much of this was to build up for the new one, to get people to watch?
Apparently, the documentary started because Miss J was about to do a tell-all about her time being at America's Next Top Model, and she looped in Nigel and Jay Manuel, and those three were building to do something towards it. And then as the documentary was taking off, and they started needing permissions from people, and they tapped into Tyra, then Tyra came on board, and then whatever, because Tyra's one of the producers for the documentary. So allegedly, that's how that all started. Now I don't know if Tyra announcing Cycle 25 was her trying to push a new show, like it was decided at that time, or if she already had it coming in the works and now she was using the doc to push it further. That I don't know. But it was good. It was a good little doc. I highly recommend. Even just seeing the models afterwards, especially the black models and how they were treated afterwards, I feel like there was quite a consistency that a lot of these girls were so jilted afterwards. And the one black model that felt she wasn't jilted is Eva. And she happens to be a light-skinned, green-eyed girl. Very interesting. She was seen as like little Tyra during her run. So, very, very interesting.
I think she just made something out of nothing. That's all.
Who made something out of nothing?
Eve.
What are you talking about?
Eva, whatever her name is.
What, made something out of nothing? What do you mean?
She ended up parlaying this into acting.
She said she didn't have any of those terrible moments, apparently. She said, I had a completely different experience than these girls. I was like, huh?
Okay.
So, anywho, but that was really good. And I enjoyed it. Onwards. On to Love During Lockup.
We can go over 90 Days Before 90 Days right quick.
We aren't really following that show. We use it at the end when we're talking about other shows we're watching.
Whatever. Love During Lockup.
Hey. Love During Lockup. It didn't give us a whole lot of couples. We had Kaylee and Michael. We had Emily and Justin. We had Rich and Felicia. And then we had Bonita, Goddess, and Damon. Which one you want to talk about first?
Bonita, Goddess, and Damon.
Okay.
So, Goddess and Damon's mom are...
Goddess and Damon's mom? They are not siblings.
Goddess
is with Damon's
mom are together.
Uh-huh.
They were supposed to go to Bonita Applebaum's house, but Bonita Applebaum decides she don't want them at their house. They can take their ass to the storage unit.
Yeah.
But before they can get there, Bonita decides, I'm going to put another lock on the goddamn storage unit so they can't get in because I need to buy time because I sold all his stuff. Supposedly. So while the Goddess and the mom are pulling up, Bonita is rolling out. No, you use this glass.
It's just tequila.
Are all pulling up at the same time. They park in pretty much the same space that Bonita parked in right before when she left. They walk in with the key. They go to the storage unit. They try to get in the storage unit, and they're like, okay, one lock's off. The next lock, this key doesn't work for the next lock. We can't get in. And you see, they show Bonita driving away, talking like, where she go? Thank you, God. Buy me some time or whatever. At least I got some time now. So, Goddess and the mom calls Damon. And Damon's like, I don't know what's going on. She playing games. That wooty woo. I'm going to talk to her and this and that. Wooty woo. I'm trying to find out what's going on. Behind the scenes, Bonita is like, I know something's going on. He's trying to be slick. I'm trying to give Spy time to figure out what's going on, what's happening. Because he's supposed to be coming to my house. So why do he need his stuff? And also, I don't have half his stuff. I saw a majority of his stuff. So I need to find time to wait to get fill-ins for the stuff that I already took from his house. So you got everybody playing games pretty much. Bonita's trying to figure out what Damon's doing. At the same time, trying to hide the fact that she sold all this stuff. Damon is trying to hide the fact that, hey, I got another woman, and I ain't really trying to be with you, but I want to be with you. I want to be with you from a distance, but still have access to you. But I want to be with this other woman because she don't know my BS right now. So Bonita is stupid, but she ain't dumb. She knows something's going on. The mom and Goddess trying to figure out what the next step to do to get his stuff and whatever. And pretty much we leave them at that. Emily and Justin. Emily goes to Justin's grandma's house to meet Justin's grandma. She brings some wine because Justin's grandma's a lush. She likes to drink. Also, she's kind of scared because she doesn't want Justin's grandma to look at her even differently because what she does. She gets there and Justin's grandma's like, I'm from Arrowwood. A bunch of women did what they had to do to live a good life.
Yep.
So
that included marrying rich. You're right.
That's including marrying rich. So I don't begrudge what you're doing. So they sip to that. And they're having a good time. Then Justin calls. And he says hi to his grandma. Then he tells Emily he wants to talk to her privately. She goes outside and then he asks her for $6,000.
Yeah.
After he just got $3,000 from her.
Yeah.
For to buy some crypto or whatever. She's like, what do you want me to do? Pull out my cooch? Because they're not coming out my behind. I'm like, you probably do both.
And he said, yeah, girl, where you been pulling your money out anyway?
Exactly. He kind of apologizes, but doesn't really apologize for messing up her other money-making scheme she had.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells him, because I didn't do the other thing, I have no money. And the money that I did have, I already gave you half of. So I don't really have anything for my child. So what do you want me to do? He's like, oh, really? So you can bring the child thing into this? She's like, whatever, dude. And then they get disconnected. She goes back in, talks to his grandma. I'm like, do you send Justin money? She's like, every once in a while, I send him like $25.
Mm-hmm.
If that. That's when he acts. She's like, oh, really? She's like, well, I got to go pick up my kid. They do cheers, take one last shot of wine, and that's pretty much their storyline.
Yeah.
And the last one we saw was Kylie and Mikael.
You already talked about Rich and Felicia.
Rich and Felicia.
Rich meets up with Felicia's friend, her partner.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So Rich meets up with Felicia's friend, her partner, at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
She's
supposed to be checking out Rich for Felicia to give the double thumbs up if he's a good guy.
So they check out. I guess Felicia calls. She gives him a double thumbs up, and they're like they're good to go.
But it's also apparent that Felicia's not told Rich everything. Because Rich's discussion with Kay's like, yeah, my mom's the manager for Felicia. And he's like, what you mean? She said,
But he sounded like he knew they were running some dudes. She doesn't know how much dudes they're running.
Yeah.
He was like, so what I want to do you was running? She was like, when I saw you, I told him, nah, this is different. I want him. I want him to know. So he's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, you're an idiot.
You're dumb.
Yeah, whatever. Stupid is it? Forrest Gump would say, stupid is it, stupid does.
Yeah.
So then they have their meeting. She gives Felicia a thumbs up. He goes back to the car. He texts Felicia that, hey, nice meeting you. We should meet up later to smoke. He doesn't tell Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
So he's driving. He gets a call from Felicia like, yo, what the fuck you trying to do? You trying to holler at my homegirl? He's like, what you talking about? She told me you text her talking about let's smoke later. You didn't tell me. So what you trying to do? Trying to be slick or whatever? He's like, I ain't trying to do this and that, whatever. I'm like, yeah, you were.
Right.
You were. let's not act like you weren't.
Right.
I'm like, how you gonna ask her to hang with her later to smoke? You could have just said that in front of whatever. You could have done it then.
Yeah.
I'm like, you haven't even met Felicia yet. So why are you trying to hang with her homegirl so hard like y'all sisters? You didn't even met the main girl yet.
Right.
So they pretty much argue over that issue, and that's where we leave it. You want to do Kaylee and Michael?
Yeah. I don't know why you say Michael like that. It's just Michael. They call him Mickey. Kaylee is still reeling from the meeting between Michael's mom and her mom. And at the end of it, Angel, Michael's mom, berates Kaylee. Like, how dare she bring her mom in her vicinity and allow this to happen? And she's going to tell her son. And what does she think the son's going to do about it? And Kaylee's just apologizing profusely.
Once again, I don't know why she's still there.
Mind you, this woman also berated her for even liking her son. So
exactly, that's what I'm saying. And she says, you're stupid for helping my son. So my thing is that if your son is horrible and you're saying your son's horrible, I don't need to be with him.
My thing is, she has a lot of vitriol for somebody she thinks is a good parent, and then she's also not a good parent. So anyway, she immediately calls Michael. And Michael calls Kaylee back and is like, how dare you? And it's very much 2 against 1. They're both just like, how dare you allow this to happen?
Mind you, Kaylee puts her mom in an Uber.
All by herself
to go back to Phoenix.
And she took Michael's mom's side during the fight. So she's like, listen, I am trying to build a relationship with my own mother, and this is definitely hindering it because I absolutely sided with your mom. I don't know what else you want of me. And Michael just takes this as an opportunity to be like, well, you're not doing this and you're not doing that financially. You've maxed out credit cards. You're not taking care of me. And she's like, hold on.
Mind you, her mom just bought him stuff.
Yes. And the credit cards that were maxed out were all his stuff. But he's continuously berating her and saying he doesn't trust her because he doesn't like how she handles finances, even though he's a big part of those finances. And he's holding money out from her also. But he fully expects her to like pay for all his stuff and maintain his own bills somehow.
The only silver lining is that all this stuff is in his name.
Yeah.
That's getting jacked up.
Yeah. Which is also crazy. So she's just like, I don't know what else you want me to do. But she ends up apologizing to him again. Then she's like, well, let me do a boudoir shoot. Do a boudoir shoot for him. And she decides to loop her cousin, who apparently is a photographer, into helping her do a boudoir shoot. And she's dressed in lingerie and posing. She gets a call from Michael midway. And it's more of him berating her and asking her if things are ready because he's only going to give her the time from when he gets out to going to the halfway house to get everything in order. And by everything, he means paying off the credit cards, making sure the bills are paid, making sure he's set up, he says, so that he can just get a job. He wants the cards to be good, a car, other stuff to be ready and prepared so that he can just go get this job. Nick, I want to call him out his name so bad.
God is doing so much work to make her see that it is really bad for her.
He's like, I don't understand why you can't get this together. She's like, I'm a single mom. I got 4 kids I'm also juggling in addition to you. I don't know how you think I'm going to be able to do all this when you're also not really helping me to pay down anything. And he's like, I'm in jail. I don't know why you think I can help you with that. And she's like, exactly. I've been holding you down for so long because of that. And part of that is, maxing out these credit cards, yada, 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 to make sure that we can all still live. And he's just like, nah, you're not doing what I need you to do.
This person will get down after this relationship destroys her and go, God, why'd you let me do this?
Yeah.
And God is going to be like, I didn't let you, I tried to stop you at every turn. I put red flags in your face. I made him be him the whole time.
Very clear he's just using her for money. It's very, very clear.
I spoke through his mother when she didn't want to speak and told you he wasn't nothing. You didn't listen to none of that stuff. What more do you need? Do I at some point I leave I leave it to your own device.
Are they married?
Yes.
They're married legally.
Supposedly.
Okay. He does keep referring to her as wife. So I'm like, are you guys married, or just calling each other husband and wife? But for right now, she's still thinking he's going to come home to her. So that's where we leave it. That's love after lockup. Or love during lockup.
Yep.
Other shows you're watching?
90 Days Before the 90 Days.
Yep. Go for it.
Go for it what?
Aren't you going to talk about some stuff that happened? Isn't that why you wanted to talk about it earlier?
Didn't you stop me?
Yeah, so that we can go through the shows we actually covered. So you're saying you're done?
Pretty much nothing really happened. You had Lisa and Daniel get into a fight because she finally reaches out to the lady that he's supposedly talking to her before you talk to her. And the girl who said she had all these receipts don't have none of the receipts now. And he said, show me a picture. She showed him a picture. He was like, I don't know who that is. I guess she showed him a picture that she used to have on her or whatever. And he was like, okay, yeah, I remember her. I talked to her before you. That was it. Nothing happened. So now she's in I don't know what to do mode. And she's, I don't know, questioning herself. That's pretty much Lisa and Daniel. We still haven't gotten Elise and Joshua. Means as soon as she gets to Australia, it goes left real fast. Forrest and Sheena, pretty much Forrest and his family are sitting in a big wok, boiling and cooking like some neck bones or hog or whatever. The mom is enjoying her relaxing hot bath, I guess that's what it's called.
They're in like a spa thing.
So the husband is, I don't know what he's doing. He's washing
himself up, literally. He's using the leaves.
Yeah, he's having one.
He's gargling.
He's one with the spirits. So they do that. After that, they get to a table, they talk. And Sheena's dad is like, first of all, you're not married. So why do you guys need to have a joint account? You're not even married. Number one. Number two, you don't have a job right now to financially take care of her. So why should we have to report what's going on in you? Basically, what he's saying. And his mom's like, see, I don't get that, whatever. She's getting mad at Forrest because Forrest is like, tell you the truth, makes sense. So that's pretty much what Sheena and Forrest at. The mom's still in denial and still thinking Forrest is crazy. Forrest is like, it is what it is. It makes sense. I'm sitting there trying to ask this man for his daughter's hand in marriage, and I really can't provide for her. But then I'm going to tell this dude they can't have any more money. She can't send him no more money or whatever, or help, whatever. It's crazy. And that's them. Emma and Zaid. Pretty much Emma and Zaid are in a place where she's upset. He took her out to the desert for her birthday. She had to ride a camel. One of the nasty animals on earth. They get back to their little huts. She's upset because he has a hut, she has a hut, and it's really cold out there in the desert at night. I don't even notice the desert gets cold at night. The next day, she's upset because he didn't propose to her on her birthday, and she's trying to figure out where this is going. He's like, I don't know because I don't trust you. You have a lot of secrets. So then she tells him finally that she was there before to meet another guy who she was supposedly engaged with named Muhammad. And that's pretty much what that ends at. Do you have anything to add to that?
I don't understand what she wants from this poor man. I don't like, it was very clear she wanted to live her best Princess Jasmine life. And she's constantly surprised that he's not reacting like an American. He's not from America. He's also Islam. He's also Muslim. He follows Islam. So what does she want? So yeah.
Moving on to Javon and Annalyn. Javon finally gets to Annalyn's place, and he acts like she's living in a mansion.
Yeah.
Mind you, everything is third world in there. The walls are half painted, half done. The stairs, she's living in a 2-story house.
Mm-hmm.
I live in a 1-story, this and that. She's living, maybe I'm giving her too much money. I'm like, dude, it's the Philippines.
Yeah, there's also no paint on her walls. I need you to pay attention to
Calm
what's
down.
happening.
I'm like, her stairs is like cement or something.
Straight cement.
I'm like, nothing in there is comfortable. Let's get that straight.
Nothing in there screams luxury. I don't understand
at all
what you're seeing.
So he's conflicted because now he thinks she's not being grateful enough.
Also, again, like you said, it's the Philippines. What you're paying in rent in America, it can't afford the home that she's living in. That's.
He's like, I can't afford to be in a 2-story and this and that. I'm like,
move to the Philippines. I don't know what to tell you.
You're not in the Philippines, you nitwit. But yeah, he's one of these dudes who've been in the bubble of the manosphere, and it's destroyed him. And he doesn't understand the reason he can only go to the Philippines to get a girl is because it's him.
He's crazy, and he's terrible.
And that's pretty much 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days.
Anything else you're watching?
Oh, also, Lauren Burkhan.
Mm-hmm. Burkhan is Calvin's favorite person now.
Pretty much, she tells her, "This is the way. That's the way it is. That's it." He takes her on a cruise,
like a little day cruise.
Gives her flowers. She melts. Gives her wine.
He also could make some confessions, and she's like, "Oh."
And he told her, "You're the reason I breathe now.
Basically,
you're the reason why I'm alive.
Basically, I wasn't alive before you.
I was on death's door because I gave up on life because I thought I'd be soccer player. I get bad injury. My girlfriend at the time leave me hospital. I so sad. I don't know what to do. There's no reason to live. I meet you, and then I get my breath again.
Mm-hmm.
You give me reason to live. This guy's good. I'm sorry. I'm taking notes.
Now you're taking notes.
I'm taking notes. Because this dude says the craziest stuff.
For real. It doesn't blink.
Doesn't blink. And then has a comeback, and you're like, I don't know how he saved that. I don't know how he saved that. That's
you're
crazy.
Like, but he did.
But he did. And these are self-inflicted wounds, by the way. He's doing this purposefully.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty much it. Laura is Swan and madly in love now. Again.
I'm still waiting for her friend to come.
And that's pretty much 90 Day for 90 Days. That's everybody. Every couple for the last episode.
There you go.
Still watching Single Life. That's new. Kimberly finally told her son, another dude who can't find nobody, that pretty much he's not the only child.
Not pretty much. But yeah.
He has a brother and another sister.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I was pretending to be you to talk to them.
No, just the son.
Oh, I was pretending to be you to talk to my oldest son.
I don't know if she's in talks with her daughter. Because he found out, after he found out he had a brother, that she also had a daughter.
So before while she was in the military, I guess, she gave up 2 kids for adoption.
Yeah.
They're all with the same guy.
I don't know if the daughter is. The other boy is for sure. I don't know if the other daughter is.
Oh, well. Anywho, that's one of the things that's going on in Single Life.
Yes.
Also, if you know anything about Pedro and Chantel, Pedro's back. He's dating what's her face? Sophie, Rob's ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't know what she wants because she still kind of wants Rob too.
Yeah, she's still talking to Rob.
So now her and Pedro's at an impasse right now.
Pedro decorates a van that's going to be driving her and her friends around. And she's like, this is a lot. And then she increasingly grows paranoid that she thinks the face-to-face meetup is going to cement in his mind that she's now his girlfriend. And she's like, that's not what's happening. Mind you, Pedro is not saying any of this at all. He's like, I just can't wait to see her in person. Maybe I'll get lucky. And she's like, he thinks I'm going to be his wife. And I don't know where the disconnect is happening. She's like, he's moving like I'm his girlfriend. Is he? Is he moving like you're his girlfriend? Or is he just being nice? I don't know.
And that's some of the shenanigans on Single Life.
Do you think Pedro's moving like she's his girlfriend?
I think Pedro's just trying to get laid.
I agree.
And whatever happens after that.
It's very much like, this is for, I'm trying to invest for later. Not so much we're together. So I don't understand what her fear is coming from, but it's big.
So that's all I'm doing and watching. Still kind of watching the Amish show, but what are you doing?
I'm watching Love is Blind, which is crazy. Finished Fallout, which was amazing. That show is actually really, really good. I really like its dissection of shoulda, coulda, but should we? It's really good. I liked it. And Legos. That's it.
Okay.
You got an ending lyric for us.
Just keep all faith in me. Don't act impatiently. You get to where you need to be in due time.
Okay.
Even when things are slow, hold on and don't let go.
Okay.
I'll give you what I owe in due time.
That's the end?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to We Like That podcast.
So we like that.
Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to. And rate us 5 stars. I'm Javon.
I'm Calvin.
Later, people.
And we're out.